Hello everybody and welcome to Club Dragon 7 Gaming. I am your host Club Dragon and today we are going to be doing some more Railroads Online. Just give me a minute. Okay, so we are in Knockout Off. Actually I don't need to do that down. Let me just check the water level a minute. Okay, right, so we've got in North. Okay. Right, let's get this train up to the iron ore mine and start trying to make money. What I've got. And of course books in the background noise. And let's see how well this goes. Hopefully this works out quite well. And of course it doesn't start going. She's just been put to bed. Whilst running like that. It's the hotel, so I've got one more as well. There we go. This is the lumber, I think. It'll probably give me an idea of what it is when I get there. It's either beams or it's lumber, it's one of the two. Well, we're getting to where we need to get to anyway. Oh. Yeah, that's where we're heading to. Yeah, because I recognise that hell. Let's just chuck a piece of wood in here. And we're going to start slowing this down a minute. Yeah, we can push it to about 35 now, I think. I'll put it to 30. Just carefully allow it to steady itself in. Oh yeah, we're just going to allow this to coast in. Do they look like that, or do they look like that? Okay, that's fine. Right, let's reverse forward. Just trying to make sure this thing doesn't teeter out of control. Because last thing we want is this to derail. So far it's going alright. Let's just keep this thing being nice and easy. Should be fine now. Should be safe now. record. It's Pinewood. Oh, no, not Pinewood, the Pine Valley one. Yeah, it's preload. Because every time I tried getting the... What was it? I tried doing it the original way. I just had issues trying to get the iron mine hooked up. Well, the iron ore mine hooked up, the coal mine hooked up, and the smelter. So I've got this one, which is a pre-laid one, then I've got one where I've basically put majority of the industries that I could fit in. Yeah, pre-laid's pretty much easier for the iron mine, iron ore mine smelter and the coal thing. It made this pretty much simpler as well, because I had a rough, almost near similar to this, except I didn't have that fur track over there. That crane was just picky. Yeah, some of the time I know, but majority of the time I just prefer to be on here, because if the crane sort of like does its usual like glitch out bit, you can easily quickly like reset it. So I just do that because I like to monitor it. Let's hit about 60. No, glitch is still there, because I'm on PS5 as well, so glitch is still somewhat there. It's just less likely to happen now, since the update. But it does still somewhat happen if you, say for example, if you've got two wagons on the go, and you try loading it, it'll start trying to glitch out, so they've not actually fixed it properly, because you can't load to the wagons properly. Because if you start them both at the same time, when it changes over to say this is how much it's got in it, the crane will start just being picky. So it'll pick it up and then it'll just casually drop it and then randomly spawn into the train. It's really weird. Yeah, it's very finicky. Sometimes it does it no problem, other times it just decides it wants to go back to its old way. Actually, that's smart, didn't check the wall. Okay. Yeah, it is kind of finicky, because some of the time it'll work, some of the time it'll just be a bit iffy with. It's sort of not as bad as it used to be, where you'd go to load up and then you'd have to at least click the train, click the crane about, 2-3 times before it actually load it. But they do have an issue with, I think, some of the trains coupling onto some of the wagons, which is the weirdest one. Ooh. Oh, you're on about when you're unloading it? On that one. Because I know some of the time you can basically lose the load because it'll drop it the wrong way. Yeah, I'm still learning money. Currently running with the ported BS 9 ton. So I've got this one and I've got Betsy that's basically in the siding. I like this little portal. It's definitely better than Betsy. It's somewhat alright, it depends how many... Yeah, if you do 10 cars it's going to struggle. I think near enough majority of what you can do with Betsy is, I think it's roughly about 5 cars. Either 5 or 6 at most is probably what Betsy can do. Because I know I did about 5 cars with Betsy, which was for logs, and it just about managed to pull that. I did 4 cordwood cars with this to go into smelter, and that was kind of fun. Yeah, it also depends on the grade as well. If you've got Betsy trying to pull loaded up a slight bit of a grade, you'll have a bit of an issue because it's trying to get it started. So with 5 loaded log cars, it struggles just about to get going. So I normally just run about 5 on it. So I do about 5 with Betsy normally, but I've got 4 log cars attached to it just because I'm trying to do the log top up on the Firewood Industries. I've pretty much stopped doing that after 1 load of it. Yeah. I want to get Montezuma. That's what I'm mainly going for at the minute, is because I'm going to get the Zuma next rather than the Shay, because the Shay is absolute garbage. I don't like the Shay. It's like, it's good when it's on level ground, but if you put it on a slight incline, it goes so slow, and it's just like, why? Yeah, but the thing is, though, if you put it on a slight incline, it's like you can get it. So long as it's on level ground, it can go a little bit fast. But if you put it on a slight incline, it goes near enough near enough nothing. Brake's a bit too early there. I need to go back a little bit. There we go. I've ironically not named this. Normally I name them. I think the last time I named this, I named it Port or Porter. I know I named it something stupid. And I think, well, yeah, because last time I had the Shay, I named the Shay Blackhawk. And then basically, there's a stream I did, and got it in my YouTube channel's archive for the channel. And I basically stuck it on top of a church and then drove it off and flipped it upside down on its head. Do I need more coal? No, not coal, wood. Yeah, I'll chuck one in. Get this going at 15. Just to get it started. Yeah, I've not done the cookie one. I've not used the cookie because majority of the time I couldn't get to the coal mine to get the coal and stuff, because that was the one thing that we wanted to do, was we wanted to get the iron ore up to where we need to get it, and then go around the top of all the coal towers and try and get all the coal towers sorted out. It never worked. Yeah, majority of that time would have been building track. Oh shit, I forgot this is downgraded. Shit. Jesus Christ. There's only one downside to the Montezuma though, it can't go around certain corners. So I'm basically, it's a mixture of I'm dreading getting the Montezuma, but I want to get the Montezuma. I won't mind getting the Glenbrook again, because that was fun. I just didn't like the braking system on it. Because like if you had no steam, you couldn't put the brakes on. If you didn't have the brakes on, the train was just going to be a nightmare going downhill. I'm also just currently trying to figure out what would be a decent shunter. That's like basically wood for the time being, because I'm going to do finger. Yeah. I'd probably say before you get the coal engines, just make sure that you've at least got some form of resources going up to the iron mine smelter. Oh, what was it? Zoom. It was like if you've got like a corner, you had to be careful driving the Zoomer, otherwise it wouldn't like it, and it would just literally, for every reason going, just go off the rail, or just not go around the corner. It would just point blank refuse. I think with the Zoomer as well, it was the brakes. Because you put the brakes on, if you was going quite a bit fast, you just slide for a little bit. It was like the Zoomer just had no brakes. Glenbrook is, it's like an air brake system for the Glenbrook. Glenbrook's probably the worst one that you've got to battle with the brakes. Because it has like an air brake system, and if you don't have enough air in it, you'll basically have issues for trying to get the air back in it so you can brake. Am I on the lowest point in the grade? There's no way, right? I know it's going to give me a grade in that. Sweet. Come on. There we go. A bit faster. Yeah, it's really fun as well. I remember trying the Aurora Falls map. That was a nightmare to even build on, to get the line set up and everything. Stack it, pull it to 50. Oh, just pure fun. I prefer my little engines, because I prefer this Porter. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll either have this or Betsy be the shunter for the smaller trucks when I get stuff like that. And then I'll have, I'm just not sure which engine I'm going to use for the shunting of the big ones. because ideally what I want to do is have it so it's set so each industry has like a designated train that'll do like the loading stuff and sorting out stuff. So you'll have like one train that'll do a set of loading or like picking up the materials, and do it that way. Because I'm going to do it so it's like a supply, so I'll have like a supply train that'll go around doing supplies, like topping up the coal mine and the logging thing for the firewood. Yeah. Plus we'll be starting about it's about 2,000 you start with, so you can get your first few cars, and as soon as you start out with the logs, you get the logs put into the sawmill, you'll make a little bit out of that, and then it's deciding if you want to go down the Cornwood route to start making start on doing the smelter, or if you want to get the beam cars. Yeah, I've got enough for another lumber beam car. Sweet. Probably buy that in a minute, actually. I'll eventually get that. Is that actually coal? Is that? Yeah, that's coal. It's not for the beams one. It's probably easy just going up to Iron Finger, because all that needs is literally the beams and the which one is it I've got? So I've got a few of them. I'm not really going to use that. That's roughly the cheaper option anyway for Finger, so you're just basically paying the same amount for logging car as you are for that. And that's 220. You know what? Yeah. Dink. Shit, I don't know. Yeah, but thing is, the coiled one you get about 20. It's definitely worth it for getting smaller cars to start out with, because even though you can only do about a small amount of getting loaded and unloaded, it's a lot more, like, less weight, especially for the smaller engines. So you're only pulling like a small amount of weight. Plus, if anything, with the bigger ones, they can pull more of the smaller ones than they can actually of the bigger ones. See if I can get this lined up perfectly. about there. Wait. Are you... Oh. Every pissing time. If I just nudge that slightly. Oh my god. Don't be... That one. That's gone too far now, isn't it? Where's it? Nope, that's going to load that. That should be able to load that. Break that. Still doesn't want to play ball. Great. How about now? There we go. Just double check to make sure this doesn't need topping up. It does. That's that sorted. But yeah, it's definitely worth getting the smaller wagons first, because if you get when you get the bigger engine, you can pull quite a bit more. I may have bought some out too soon. Yeah. Oops, done that. Where is it done? So I'm just trying to stop Twitch stuff on. It's just gone so right. Oh my god, why is it doing this to me? Leave me alone, guys. No, no, no. Oh my god. No, wasn't supposed to do that. Give me a minute. Ah, oh, there we go, right, give me a minute. What have I... Oh, oh, God, what's it doing? Right, that. Trying to get this to sort itself out. It's not doing a very good job of sorting itself out. Okay. That'll do for now then. But yeah, it's one of those, it's like, I don't mind doing this from the beginning sort of thing. But yeah, it's basically a lot more easy for the smaller cars to think of. You may only get small amounts of money for it, but a bit more easier. Do I eventually need to do a hotel? Probably, just to get that fixed. I think this might actually be running out of water. If that water's too high for it. That load can't be too high for it. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Just that one though. My God. Get that in. I know where I've been yet. Let's do a top up run. Just want to double check, see if there's actually siding. Yes, there is. Let's get this thing backed up. Let's try and get this hooked up. Wait, do I have that line set up so I've got the logs there? Just need to make sure this is set up for the logs. Right, that's that one cleared. Yeah, so that's fair enough there anyway. There we go. Right, let's just get this topped up, shall we? There we go, now we can go track speed. So normally these would be empty. But since I've got one log on this, it's going to be a bit heavy pushing it. As soon as I get the second one loaded up, it should be a bit more easy because we'll be able to just go back and forth non-stop. There we go. I might need to fix Betsy up after as well. I think Betsy's burnt out, so probably start working on getting Betsy up and running eventually. Is it this truck or is it the other one? Oh, it's the other one. I might need to quit that set points bit lower. There we go. We're pretty much all set up and lined up now. Get this load dropped off and then we'll see about possibly having something else to sort out. I don't think I've checked in there properly yet. I don't know if there's any other engines, I'm not sure if I have or not. Shit. Yeah, that's lined. Oh, okay, that's lined perfectly. That may only be able to hold 2, might it? Oh, I do get money for doing that. Okay, that's cool. Ah, yeah, it left these bare for me. Right, that's where the coal's gonna go. Right, so there is no other... Right, so I can fit 2 helpers here. Yeah, that's gonna fire straight on, that's fine. Georgetown branch, 5 miles to town, 30 miles per hour. Right, and this is basically oil field and stuff. Yep, so that's going to need tools, beams, pipes, and possible crude oil. Yeah. So I'm going to need crude oil stuff here. That lines into that, so you can rotate round. And then coal siding, bunch of the sidings over here. So technically I could just basically line all the trucks up here. What's this? Is this the thing I might need? Right, so I need to drop wood off here as well, so I could probably turn this into a siding as well. Yeah, because I've got 2 there that I can use. So I could probably have that set up for that. I have a siding set up for this being loaded. Right, so there's a few signs over here, so this can be loaded and empties, and yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this leads to the town. No, it doesn't. Right, so that needs stuff there as well. This is where the crude oil gets dropped off, I think. Yeah. So there's 2. Oh no, there's 1 siding. There's no set over here, so there's 2 over here. Right, okay, that's fine. Let's just find out where this town is. Is this a town? Oh, yes it is. I'm just flying around, just viewing the map. just getting aware for all of what I've got siding wise to plan out, so I can have like a storage stuff. Right, so I've not got an actual shed area here. Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty much getting this set up as much as I can, sort of thing. So I'm trying to get some of the industries set up and figure it out from there, but I'm also trying to piece together the tracks and stuff and figure out how I'm going to use them since I'm down here. So I've already got 10 logs dropped off here. You get money for dropping the logs off. So is that actually going to work as a fast track? Yeah, so that'll work as a fast track if you're getting seeds and stuff, but we don't need the seeds. So I only need that. Probably going to start running. Would that work or would that work? I might run that for tools and oil barrels, and then oh, you mean the firewood stuff, or you on about the actual lumber that you get from the beam thing? Because if you're on about the firewood, see if I can. What's this one? I can't remember if it was cabooses is a good way to collect and then load it in. Because I know there's one that I think it's the cabooses that can transport it. I think it's either cabooses or it's a way car where you can transport it. Normally, but It'd be one way to do it, but then you'd have to constantly near enough refill the tender up. Probably best bet, if you're doing like a supply run, is probably when you collect from here, if you've got like a caboose, probably load the caboose up and then just top up the let's see if I've got one here. Do I have one here? I don't think I do. No. Best bet, if you end up running low, wherever you run low, get one of the wood ricks, and then all you have to do is get a caboose and just resupply that. Because you can just place them down wherever you need. So say like if you're doing like a top up point, because I've got to get coal for this yet. And to do that, I've got to do majority of the work of coal mine and iron ore mine. So I'm trying to get that up and running so I can get to the coal point soon. Just currently trying to figure out. So I've already got one of them. I might get another one of them eventually at some point. Just so then that way I've got two of these little guys. And then one Betsy. I do need to get Montezuma eventually. That thing I might just buy just so I can number it and call it Black Hawk and just leave it somewhere. Which is the best? That one apparently is... No, that one is probably going to be the best one to probably get. For, like, probably a bit late in. That's cool. I don't think I've ever used a Moscow. Oh, well, the Moscow. Just why would you ever give me something so dinky? That was quite cool, actually. I just want to get that just for the pure fun. That's the Baldwin Coal. 20,000 for that one. Holy shit. Right, I'm going to leave that there a minute. I need to go check on the Bestie. Well, Betsy. I need to go check on Betsy. Just see if it's actually dead or not. I think it's dead. I think. I've not checked on it in ages. How are you doing? Ah, yeah, you're dead. Excellent. How's this water doing? Ooh. Does it still whistle is what I'm wondering. Right, so Betsy's still alive with the whistle, it's just out of firepower. That really did not get very far. That's disappointing. Shit. Yes, I'll sort that out later. We've got cordwood up at the lumber mill. Do I want to do one more run? That's the question. Oh shit, that's running very low. There we go. Yeah, may as well do one more logging run. But yeah, probably wouldn't run a tender behind. Say, if you're running a tender already behind, because it's a tender engine, I won't probably run another one. I'd probably just stick some wood ricks in like specific places, and then just use caboose and stuff. Because if you've got any of the firewood depot stuff, you can always top them up and then just basically have a caboose be like your tender almost. I'm just going to do one more log run. And I'm going to call it a stream after that. Because I've had a long day at work and then I'll be back doing this tomorrow. And then probably next stream, depending, I might just go down to all the areas that need the logs to top up the firewood depot and just get them topped up. Probably do a quick sawmill run as well, get that re-top back up. So I might just do a run round, top up everywhere that I need to top up, and then probably get the button soon and just have that do a few runs to see how it is on the line. I don't get stuck for anything though. Yeah, I might buy a second one of these, just so then that way, because it does quite well in the going to the smelter, and like getting there and back. So I might do that. So in that way I've got two of these running, and then Betsy can just do majority of the flat stuff. You gotta just do something extremely funny and just get basically another Betsu. Oh, that'd be a brilliant idea. Get two of each, alright, so I've got two the same porters, just so then that way I can have a very funny laugh and probably get two, I'm probably gonna get like 2 Montezumas. Cause no, I'm probably gonna get 2 of each train. And actually though, I could do, two, I could do one wood, because there's some of them that have copied one that's wood, one that's coal, so I might do that as well. Just basically get the wood version and get the coal version, and then just see how that works out. Is that going to load? Yeah, that'll load. There we go. Let's get us back to the firewood depot on the side. But yeah, if you plan on doing the multiplayer stuff, pretty much just make sure you've got it so it's near enough planned out for either having a coordinated line or like so you can just so basically so you can run one train one line or like run 2 on the same line, but so it's coordinated, because the way this one works is pretty much if any of my friends decide to join me, we can just then coordinate, because it'd be just basically have a point where if one of us is on this line down, because there's no proper side in here, or like proper come off point for waiting for another train to go by until you get to the village bit here. You could just basically have one person pull in to this bit here, wait for the train to go past, and then when the train goes past on the other track, you can just full send it. It'd just be basically a lot of coordinating and point switching and maintaining a bit of speed so you can get like give them enough chance to sort points out and stuff and just coordinate it that way. There we go. I'm just going to call it here for now. Alright guys, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys have enjoyed, please remember to hit that follow button as well as the bell notification icon so you can know when I'm going to go live so you miss out a single live stream. This will also go up on the Club Dragon 7 Gaming Twitch Archive YouTube channel, where all my other live streams from all my other previous live streams, or at least some of them, are up there. But yeah, I'll be back on tomorrow doing this again, doing some more Railroads Online, and basically pretty much just supplying, just doing like a supply run sort of thing, topping up certain areas. But yeah guys, until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.